name's Stelio Vamianakis.
My name's Salib.
My name's Belinda Hall.
I'm the Senior Site Manager at Trescon.
I'm the Project Director and a Director at Studio.SC.
I'm a Director of Maxton Fox.
This project was unique as we had a heritage facade to maintain. We had to tie that into a detailed structure, and we also had a top-down construction methodology that we adopted. The main challenges on site were retaining the heritage facade, keeping everything structurally braced internally so we reduce the impact on neighbours and the community.
We kind of tested a number of different things, and there was probably a few things that played into, I guess, where we ended up. Initially, we thought about it being a very prominent corner in Bondi. Did it need to be something loud and, really stand out? One of the challenges with that was the retention of the heritage facade. And in the end, I guess we kind of took a bit more of a reserved approach to what we were trying to achieve. So in a way, not to make the heritage kind of stand out, but to not compete with the heritage approach. So what we did was, take them back a notch. And then it was really more about, I guess, the experience, both from, the occupants, but then also the public, how they would interact with that ground plane.
One of the main highlights and challenges for us as a joiner was the lobby. You walk straight through the front door and to the right you have patinaed brass. So the large sheets of brass with the integrated banquette seat. That is a stunning piece and it's an amazing feature.
I think across all parties, all the stakeholders essentially were much more proactive than typical projects, which allowed us to identify issues and come up with solutions much earlier than what I'd typically see on other construction projects.
With any project, collaboration is key. It's really important to have that initial planning come together.
We worked really closely with Trescon and also the team at Richard Stanisic, and really looking at all elements of joinery throughout the project, from the kitchens through to the custom bar, through to the handrail on the stair throughout the sub-penthouse, through to all of the wardrobe and the bathrooms and the vanities. So yeah, really looking at materiality and all joinery throughout the project.
This project is somewhat personal as well. So I'm actually a volunteer lifesaver down at North Bondi. It's probably been maybe 7 years now since we started this project. And during that whole time, being down at the beach often, I would always kind of look back and imagine what this space or what the building would look like.
I really wanted to win this project. I think, it's a beautiful building. It's the mix of heritage with the new, but at the same time, it's not a cookie cutter multi-res building. It is absolutely, every thought and detail's gone into this project.
I'd say the facade probably stands out the most on this project. It integrates an 100-year-old wall tied into a very detailed precast and concrete structure as well. So it does bounce off the heritage and the new build.
I guess the original or the underlying concept, it's experiencing Bondi, like back to the design of the apartments, it's really feeling like you're on the beach, you're really taking it all in and absorbing it. Just before we were talking about someone kind of waiting for 10 minutes until, they're about to get interviewed, but while you're waiting and you're taking in that view, basically. And I think that's really the experience we want.